What's up, Ocean Squad? It's me, 3WP Rashad, and today y'all about to learn everything y'all need to know about getting 360 waves for beginners. This is the new year, and this is the opportunity for me to give y'all all the knowledge that y'all need to know in order to take your hair from no waves to super deep, shiny 360 waves, kind of like I got, all right? Now, I know it's difficult for beginners, and so this video will be very detailed. Wait a minute, hold up. I need to let y'all know something. For the beginners, y'all need to have fun with this. If you're not having fun, I'm gonna let you know off the jump that you're probably not gonna make it to the end of the journey. So the one thing I want y'all to do is come up with a 360 wave name. My 360 wave name is 360 Wave Process Rashad. And the easiest way to come up with a wave name is to basically throw 360 in front of whatever you want, but make it sound cool. It could be your normal name, or it could be some name you make up. You know what I'm saying? You could be 360 Fire. Now look, once you come up with that 360 wave name, comment it down below just so I can see all the new beginners who coming into the wave game. 360 Jimmy, 360 Tyrone, 360 Silky Smooth, whatever you want your name to be. Now look, I'm gonna just unrag right now to show y'all my progress, and then show y'all the progress that you could achieve after you learn all the information that you're gonna get from this video. I got major progress, and I've been having 360 waves for over 10 years, man. It's windy. But yeah, man, first of all, unrag. This is what my waves are looking like right now. My waves are magnificent. During this video, we're gonna talk about do-rags, like silky do-rags, velvet do-rags. Also, we're gonna go into the brushes that you should use. We're gonna talk about the curved brushes like this. We're gonna talk about the square ones, the oval ones. We're gonna talk about the handle ones like this right here. We're gonna talk about the non-handle ones, of course. We'll talk about the flat ones.
Where was they at when we was gone? When we was working on these songs? Where was they at? When we was out here in the zone. When we sipping on the Patron, yeah. Where was they at when we was gone? When we was working on these songs. When we was out here in the zone. When we was sipping on Patron.
All right, pay attention. I'm about to give y'all the 4-angle breakdown. This is really important. First, I'm gonna give y'all the first angle, which is the top. You take your brush, right? You start from your crown area, which is right here towards the top back of your head, and you brush straight down towards your forehead. Now, you want to keep this angle the same every time you brush. You do not want to switch it up going this way, that way, brushing wild. You want to make sure every time you brush the top, you keep that angle the same. This is going to help you keep your waves and get them to line up perfectly. Now that you got the first angle, which is the top, I'm going to give you the side angle. Both these side angles are the same for the 360 wave pattern. Now look, take a look. You want to take your brush, right? And you want to take it close to your crown area, and you want to brush diagonal towards your sideburns. Like I said, it's the same angle for both sides. One thing I want you to know is that when you get your 360 wave process 3WP brush, it comes with the wave logo. Every 3WP brush has the wave logo. You take that logo, you tilt it in the angle that you want your waves to come out, and you simply brush in that direction. And your waves will come out in that same angle that your wave logo is angled in. It's that simple. You see it lined up that way, and that's why my waves come out in that exact very same angle. Now, like I said, both sides are the same, so you do the same angle on the other side. The back waves. This angle is really simple. From the crown area, you take your wave brush and you brush downward. And you keep that same angle every time you brush the back. And that is the 360 wave pattern. If you take a look at my wave pattern, you'll notice one thing. The back of my waves in the back kind of slant towards that way, right? You see it? That's simply because when I brush my back, I tilt my brush towards that angle and I brush downward. Now in the 3WP logo, you see it? My waves come out in the same direction. The wave pattern that I have is called a modified 360 wave slant pattern. Now you can slant your pattern, but one thing I must tell you as a beginner, if you slant your 360 wave pattern, then you're more likely to get forks and have crooked 360 waves, because it takes more angles to perfect that slanted wave pattern. If you want to keep it simple and get your 360 waves like looking flawless, as easy as possible, stick to the basic wave 4-angle breakdown that I just explained. Top, forward, side, diagonal, back, straight down, all right? It's that simple. If you slant your back or slant your top, you're gonna have to pick different angles for your sides than what I explained so that it can line up perfectly. And man, if you up to that challenge to do that, then, you know what I'm saying? Make sure when your wave progress come out, you join the 3WP Wave Family Facebook group, post your pictures in there, or follow me on Instagram and tag at 360 Wave Process so I can see your wave progress, all right? So yeah, now that you got the 4-angle breakdown, you good. But like I said, for a beginner, I recommend y'all start with these fork breakers because one thing you need to see is that the bristles on this brush, they line up the same whether you brush down like this or vertically. So whether you brush boom or boom, those bristles are hitting your waves the same. And that's gonna promote your wave pattern to come out in a straight linear manner. To help you stay motivated, ask yourself, do you have any wave goals? Like literally, what do you want? Like what's the outcome of you getting 360 waves? Like you want flawless waves? Do you want your waves to look a certain way? You gotta have that in mind so that when you brushing for something.
I want waves. Why you want waves? Oh, I don't know, I just want them.
So what, like you want full 360s, you want them to be real deep?
Oh, they look good, I want them.
I want it to deep dish. That's what I was brushing for. I want it to be super deep and shiny and silky that you could see them from a far away. And I ended up getting it. That was my wave goal. So that could be your wave goal if that's something that you want, but you gotta have it in mind. Another thing to help you stay motivated, you wanna ask yourself, did you get a 3WP brush from 360waveprocess.com? If you get a 360 wave process brush from 360waveprocess.com, that's gonna help you stay motivated because one, you got my spirit with you, bro. And I'm gonna make sure I send you all type of positive energy so that you can take your waves to the next level, get the deep dish, just like I got the deep dish. You feel me? It's really an essence of having fun with it. If you don't have fun with it, you're probably gonna be the type of person who start waving and then you don't really get that far within the journey. You get a little progress and you be having a tadpole wave and that's it. I want you to be successful, bro. So these are some things that I want you to keep in mind when you're starting your wave journey, all right? Pick the right brush because the right brush is gonna have you brush consistently. Like if you love your brush, you always gonna take it with you. So do you take your brush everywhere with you? That's one thing you gotta ask yourself, all right? You gotta ask yourself, are you happy to see your brush? Like whenever I see my brush, let's just say my Snow White edition, whenever I see this brush right here, I'm happy to see it and I grab it and I start brushing my hair with it, feel good. My Fiery Black edition, whenever I see this brush, bro, I'm happy. You happy to see your brush? All right. Do you know any other serious wavers? If you don't know any other serious wavers, you're not likely to stay waving for a long time because you don't have no sense of competition. Like that's one of the things that kept me in it when I first started. My cousins, they was waving and I had the competition feel and I had tried to catch them. So I was brushing like, man, how they get their waves like that? I'm gonna get my waves like that too then. Forget that, man. I start brushing every day. Another thing, you gotta remember, why did you start waving? The reason I started waving is because I seen the hairstyle and I was like, whoa, this is dope as heck, man. And I really picture myself with it. I'm like, dang, I will look so cool with waves. And that kept me really motivated to keep brushing because I was so determined to get that hairstyle. So get you a 3WP brush from 360waveprocess.com. You already know I already appreciate the support, bro. Now, another thing you want to ask yourself, are you subscribed to 360 Wave Process YouTube channel? If not, subscribe right now because I'm gonna be dropping videos all throughout the year to help you get your waves on swim by the time summer hit. All right, all 2020, let's go. Subscribe now and boost the like button. Another thing, are you following 360 Wave Process on Instagram? If not, do that too because I'm also gonna be coming around to different states and cities across the United States and I may hit out the country this year. Don't quote me on that, but I might. You know what I'm saying? And come to your city and town and hold a wave check. You see my New York wave check, right? You see my Atlanta wave check. New Orleans wave check, Houston, Texas. I gotta come to Maryland. I gotta come to Philly. I gotta come to North Carolina this year. So stay tuned, keep brushing, all right? Because I want you to come out to the wave check and show your progress off. And possibly you could, you know what I'm saying, win one of my wave checks. I got the LA wave check coming up in February 2020, you feel me? So sure, if you live in LA, you're watching this video, come to 360 Wave Process Wave Check at USC's Exposition Park. So now we about to go ahead and get into the do-rags and also the hair products. When it comes to brushes, you really gotta understand when to use which brush. As far as which shape brush to use, there's just really two simple type of shapes. We got the fork breaker shape brushes, and then we got the OG 3WP brush shape. As a beginner, I'm gonna steer you towards the fork breakers. I know for a fact that you don't want your wave to come out crooked. And a part of this video is for me to help you understand what you need to do in order to get your waves to come out linear on the first try. And that is why I'm steering you towards a 3WP fork breaker. It could be the handle fork breaker like this one or the palm fork breakers. Now, as far as which brush to use and when to use it, let's talk about hard brushes first. Now, hard brushes are more recommended for use when you got a lot of hair on your head. So when you've been woofing for a minute, that's when you'll reach towards the hard brush. Now, medium brushes. In my opinion, medium brushes are good for you if your hair is super curly or if you have like straighter type hair because you mixed or something. If you only had the option to get one brush, I would steer you towards a medium brush because this brush is not too hard and is not too soft. When your hair is grown out, the medium brush will be able to get down to the scalp and still allow you to make progress. So that's about the medium brush and the soft brush. Now, soft brushes can be used from fresh cuts when your hair is real low and also when you got a lot of hair on your head. Sometimes if you brush your hair with a hard or a medium brush, if you brush it so much and then your scalp starts to hurt, I suggest you go ahead and get you a soft brush. And that's the perfect time for you to switch to your soft brush until your scalp is no longer hurting. Your scalp is gonna go through it probably if you brushing like you're supposed to. But yeah, beyond that, I really suggest that you get a soft, medium, and hard brush just to start your journey, just so you can have all the tools you need to keep your process going smoothly throughout the whole entire journey. Beyond that, now I mentioned that I recommend fork breakers for beginners. Y'all probably wondering, okay, so what about the other 3WP brushes like these? Now these are good, but I suggest you get these if you know how to brush. If you know the correct brushing angles that you should take for your wave pattern, then that's when you'll reach towards these and I feel like you'll be advanced enough to handle these without forking up your waves and your wave pattern, all right? You don't want a forked up wave pattern. Now you know which brush I suggest as a beginner, 360 Wave Process Fork Breaker brush, and you already understand which brush to use when, medium, hard, and soft. So what's left? You don't need a do-rag, but you need a do-rag, all right? Now let me explain what I mean, because that's a contradiction and that's very confusing. And I don't want to confuse you. I want you to understand clearly that a do-rag, the right kind of do-rag, is going to help you get waves faster. The purpose of a do-rag is to lay your hair down. And that's why I say the right kind of do-rag will help you get waves faster. Now, do-rags have made a major comeback since about 2004 when they kind of died down in the popular mainstream attention, right? As far as everybody wasn't really wearing do-rags like that. As a result of do-rags becoming so popular, there's many type of people selling do-rags, but they not really selling them for waivers. They selling it because they look cool. Now, my 3WP do-rags are made from a nice silky material that actually lays your hair down. Now, if you take a look at this 3WP do-rag, you'll see that the material is very shiny. It look real silky, man. This look real good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dang. All 3WP silky do-rags come with that logo on there just so you know that you repping the Ocean Squad brand right here. Now, I've tried other do-rags like so. I got another one right here. This one, let's do a comparison. Okay, it's not as glossy as my silky do-rag. Nevertheless, this is a very popular do-rag. I've seen many Ocean Squad members with this when I went live on Instagram to answer 360 wave questions. One thing you gotta know is that this is made of a satin material right here. It's pretty strong and light, but it's just the fact of it being light and something about it, it don't lay the hair down very well. And so I would say skip satin do-rags. How about the spandex do-rags? Now this is a spandex do-rag. It's categorized, you see the stretch in this. You see how it stretch. The compression on these are good, but they don't lay the hair down very well. And that's one thing I noticed after wearing it for an extended period of time. So I would tell you to skip on spandex do-rags unless you wear it on top of, let's just say, a do-rag that you know works very well, like a 3WP silky do-rag. I'm guaranteeing you that this 3WP do-rag will lay your hair down very well. After about 5 to 10 minutes, you will notice that your hair is laid down. As far as tying a do-rag, let me show you how I tie my do-rags. First of all, you throw it on your head, right? You make sure the seam is on the outside. 3WP do-rags, that's how you put them on, seam on the outside. Now, from there, you go ahead and take the strings behind your ears and around your head, both ways. Now, I do it with the silkies kind of sloppy, because at the end of the day, it don't really matter. And then you tie it up in behind. I tie mine like a shoestring, basically, and I just pull it really tight. Boom. And then after that, I go ahead and pull the string down. The string with the tag is the string that I want on the outside of my do-rag. So I put that one down, then I put the one with the tag on the outside. Now I did this blindly, but you feel me? It should be looking cool, right? You know what I'm saying? That's that 3WP do-rag. You can get that from 360waveprocess.com if you want to support the Ocean Squad movement. Now, what's next? This is a 3 guard, which is the longest guard right here. This is a 2 guard, and this is a 1 guard. They put these guards on the clippers when they cut your hair, and this determines the lowest length that your hair can be cut to. That's what a guard is, okay? Now, if you have coarse hair or if super curly hair like me, then you're gonna wanna stick to a 1 guard, which is like this. Now, if you got super curly hair, your hair is gonna be able to remain wavy at the lowest of lengths, and that's a very good benefit because you're less likely to lose progress when you get a haircut, okay? And also, your hair is gonna curl up at the lowest of lengths too, so you can keep your waves at, well, that's the same thing and vice versa. You can keep your waves at the lowest of lengths. Now, if you got a medium hair texture, I must recommend that you go with a 2 guard like this right here. A 2 guard is better for you because as a medium hair waver, your hair doesn't stay curly at certain lengths. And so if you get your hair cut real low, like with a 1 guard, you're gonna notice that your waves aren't as deep and visible as they can be, all right? And so you might wanna steer closer to that 2 guard and never cut below that, all right? Only cut 2 guard and above with medium hair. And then if you mixed or you have like super straight kind of hair, you don't gotta be mixed to have super straight hair, but like, you know what I'm saying? People who are mixed tend to have a straighter hair texture. You wanna stick with a 3 guard like this. Now you can see that this guard right here is kind of long. You want that because with your thick, straighter hair, your hair really don't wave up until it gets to a thicker length. And so if you cut below that 3 guard, 1, your haircut gonna look real low. And 2, you probably ain't gonna have no progress because your hair is not gonna be curly anymore at that length, okay? And I found this out over time through speaking with many different wavers. So that's the haircut rundown. What's next? Velvet do-rags. Even though I offer them, I gotta keep it real with y'all. The velvet do-rags are for style. They look really good. You see me wearing it all the time, but I wear it on top of my silky because the silky lays it down and the velvet just cleans up the look and make you look cool. So if you had to choose a do-rag, I'll go with a silky do-rag. a 3WP Silky specifically because you're gonna know that you're getting one that works very well to lay your hair down. And that's how simply put I'm gonna keep it for do-rags. As far as woofing and how often you should get your hair cut, this is very important. Pay attention, all right? Boost the like button. Woofing basically indicates the last time you got your hair cut. Me, right now, if I use it in a sentence, I've been woofing for about 3 weeks. That means that I got my haircut about 3 weeks ago. You feel me? Woofing is the act of abstaining from a haircut. When you're woofing, that's the time when you should be doing the most brush work while your hair is growing and learning. When you brushing your hair, that's basically training your hair to lay down. And when your hair is growing, that's when you can make the most amount of progress. You're training your hair to lay down when you brush it like that, okay? So many times every single day. Beyond that, you want to establish a woofing interval, which is the amount of time you'll woof consistently. Now, there's many different techniques on woofing, like you can do an increasing woofing interval. For example, your first week of waving, you woof for 4 weeks, all right? That means you get your hair cut and you wait 4 weeks to get it cut again. And then after you get that first cut, you increase it to 5 weeks. So first time waving, you get a haircut, wait 4 weeks, get the cut. Then you got your first cut, boom. You keep brushing. And then when you get to the 5th week, that's when you cut it, boom. And then when you get to, after that cut, you brush, and then you go 6 weeks, boom. And then you brush, go 7 weeks, you feel me? And you keep going on and on like that. So that's really a technique that I mentioned a minute ago, but I'm bringing that to y'all in this video right here to hopefully help y'all overcome a lot of challenges. But you want to find out which amount of time of woofing is best for you because, for example, if you got a hair texture like me, an average woofing time that might be best for you is about 4 to 8 weeks, depending on, you know what I'm saying, how much brush work you're getting in and how consistent you are. Beyond that, we're gonna move on to hair products. So hair product wise, I'm working on that 3WP butter. I've been working on it for a minute, y'all. I got some 3WP butter right here. I got some 3WP butter right here, and I'm really close to releasing that to y'all, man. So just stay on the lookout for that. You see right there, it's some good stuff. Now I can't explain it to you without you actually using it, but just understand when you picking the hair product, you want something that is not too clumpy and strong that it causes product buildup, and not too light and smooth that it doesn't do anything to your hair when you put it in. And the 3WP butter formula that I have right here, this product is going to be that perfect butter that gives you enough hold to keep your 360 waves looking nice, moisturized, and healthy all throughout the day, while not being so strong that it clumps up your hair and causes product buildup. So stay tuned for this 3WP butter. It's gonna be available on 360waveprocess.com soon. You'll see the final packaging when I release it a little bit later this year, summer. Dang, man. I'm 360 Wave Process Rashad, y'all. I'm out of here. I hope y'all take all this information and use it to get your waves on swim. And I'm gonna see you on my next video, all right? Deuces.